You also say that I'm not Justin Bieber in all your sets. Do people think that's who you are?
In all my sets. No. That was one thing
beginning.
I used to compare in the very beginning. Yeah, because he was it at that time.
was.
Like, he was taking over the world when I was starting out. So
Not a
at
bad
that
guy to get
time,
compared to.
Not a bad guy to be compared to. Wish I had that kind of success.
Right.
But bro, watching what he went through in like past documentaries and everything now versus it's not comparative, but I can only understand the stress I've gone through over the last couple of years to then times it by 1,000 for what he went through. I have even more of a respect. Like, I love his music already, but to see what he went through and how he's persevered, I know he's had his struggles and everything in the public eye, but like, so much props to him. I can't imagine what it's like to be that global of a superstar.
Did you ever think that being a comedian would cause this level of stress, have this level of anxiety?
No, man. I thought it was going to be so much fun. I thought I was
just get on stage and tell jokes.
I thought I was just going to get to be silly on stage at a comedy club every weekend for the rest of my life. I didn't know, man. I used to be so stressed, and as an artist starting out, as an aspiring comedian, actor, whether you're a singer, whatever it may be, you're so anxious and you're so stressed about like, oh man, am I ever gonna make it? If I could just make it, I'll be so happy and satisfied. But that's not true. You develop new goals, new aspirations, and then you start to wonder, like, can I keep it? Keeping it is harder than getting it. Anybody can get a flash in the pan. It can happen. One viral video can send you into, a moderate level of fame, but like, once you get a taste of selling out arenas and hanging out with your idols, and you got enough money to buy your mom a house, your sister's houses, your grandma's houses, like that's a lifestyle you don't want to give up, man. Right. It's so addicting. I never thought it would be like this. By 30 years old, I've achieved 99% of my dreams.
Damn.
Yeah.
And you're not even half your life is not even gone.
I know. And it's such a blessing. Like, everything I get to do from this point forward is just amazing extra credit, man. Like, I feel so blessed. But it also makes me think about like how much time I have left. Like, what am I going to do with the next 50 years? Like, the possibilities are endless.
Is there a situation where you see yourself retiring, or you just like, you know what? As long as I can tell a joke, as long as I can entertain an audience, I don't see myself slowing down. I don't see myself stopping.
I can't see myself stopping for the pure fact that I love it so much and I don't know anything else.
Right.
Like, this April will be exactly half my life that I've been doing comedy. It'll be the 15-year mark. Wow. So I haven't really known anything. Like, I tell myself I want time off and how exhausted I'm on like 2 hours of sleep right now. And I can be like, oh, I'm exhausted. I take 3 days off. I feel like I fell off. I'm like, no, I got to get back to work. I have this thing I got to do. I got to do this thing over here. So I can tell myself that maybe someday I want to settle down, but maybe it's just a different pacing, or maybe it's transitioning over to acting more. Maybe I just do stand up kind of when I feel like it. Like, Kevin Hart's found a wonderful balance, right?
Yes.
He'll go knock out a couple movies a year, and in the midst of that, he'll go tour, pop in and do spots, work on his set. Like, that seems, I mean, it's a harder workload. Like, I know he's like one of the hardest working people on earth, but it feels like it's a more exciting balance. He's not totally consumed in touring, which is what I've been for the last
Because that's a lot of
years,
travel.
man.
At least like when you're on location, you're in one spot.
Yes.
When you tour, you're in Jacksonville, you're in Miami, you're in Orlando, you're in Atlanta. Yeah.
I'm so sick of planes, man. If I can drive 6 hours, I'll avoid flying.
Really?
I would rather drive 6 or 7 hours than I would fly for 2 hours. I really would.
So, I mean, you got a tour bus. Do you and the homies hop on the bus and y'all chill?
We did the tour bus in 2024, and it was so much fun, but it almost killed me, bro. Because we were doing 2 shows a night, 6 nights a week, with meet and greets after each show as well.
Wow.
So we were doing like 40 to 50 shows a month for like 9 months straight. And it got to the point where like you get done with the last show at midnight, 12:30, then you got to meet and greet till 1:15.
Are you cutting off the meet and greet? So you got 100 in the meet and greet? You got 250 in the meet and greet?
I think we did 50 per show, I think it was.
Okay, that's manageable.
And as amazing it is to get to meet your fans and everything and hear their stories and all that, it's like doing another show because you got to be on. You want to be present. You can't.
Yeah, how you doing? Where you from?
Yeah, you can't be the guy just being like, all right, get in here for the picture.
Yeah,
even though you might feel that way, but like they pay for the experience.
Exactly.
Man. These are people that love you the most, you know. Yes. But then you get done with that at 1:30, and now you get to go back to the bus. Now you get to like light one up with your boys. And now you want to just enjoy yourself and decompress.
So in other words, you're not going to bed to 4 o'clock now?
4, 5, 6 o'clock, get up at 2, walk to whatever like the local gym is there, and then now you got to go back inside for show number 1. I was seeing daylight for like 30 minutes a day for 9 months in a row. It fucked my sleep up so much, man.
Wow.
Yeah, I had to cancel some shows in Indiana one time because I literally I couldn't walk. I went 5 days in a row without a single minute of sleep. Just couldn't do it. I couldn't perform. Had to go to the hospital and everything. Had to cancel. They were so mad. They were so, because it was like night of the show. Like people were getting set. I'm heading to the venue. Almost fell over in the bushes because like I couldn't see, couldn't walk straight and everything. And I got there and they're like, yeah, you're exhausted.
Yes,
I went and saw some sleep doctors. They ran some tests and everything. And they're like, yeah, you know how like your circadian rhythm is kind of what helps you find your sleep patterns and everything? They're like, you don't have a bad circadian rhythm. You don't even have one. Like your sleep schedule is so, your body has no idea when it's supposed to fall asleep. And I'm still struggling with that. I've had it my whole life, but that definitely like sent me over the edge.
Definitely doesn't help.
But I also don't know how to not be that busy. Like I would rather be exhausted from work than sitting around being bored.
You mentioned DL, like your first start, you got DL was coming to the Columbus Funny Bone and you reached out to him and he put you on. I think you have a story with Mike Epps. What's some of the best advice? Because DL has been at this thing 30, 40 years. Mike Epps been at this thing 25, 30 years. What's some of the best advice these guys giving you?
Some of the best advice I've ever been given is, not to quote Nike, but like just do it.
Yes.
Like sometimes you'll have an idea of a piece of content you want to film, maybe it's a script idea or just a joke idea. You run it by a friend and they'll be like, I don't get it. And you're like, now you find yourself arguing why you don't get it. Like, no, I'm trying to convince you it's this. And they're like, just stop. My friend Eric Griffin told me, he was like, stop trying to convince me. Just do it.
Right.
Like go on stage or go film the thing that you have an idea for. Nobody else is inside your brain. Nobody can picture and visualize exactly what you're trying to create, which is exactly why they're not in your shoes.
Right,
so
correct.
you have to go show them and go do it. You got to gamble on yourself. If you're not committed to your own decisions, why would anybody trust them in the first place?
Right.
So I mean, I believe in just betting on yourself. And what's another good piece of advice somebody's given? Ralphie May used to tell me not to wear cool shoes on. He used to tell me, he was like, yeah, it's distracting from what people are trying to say. I'm like, you're 400 pounds. You don't think people are distracted by what you're saying right now? He was a little wrong on that one, but he was a cool dude. You ever get a chance to meet him?
I have not met Ralphie, but I hear great stories about him.
The best guy. He was like my first real mentor. Like he took me on my first theater tour when I was 19. I used every bit of that check to pay for my teeth to get done immediately. He was the best. Even when I was still living in Ohio, he would let me drive down from Ohio to Nashville where he lived and do his Christmas shows with him at Zany's so that he could pay me some money so I could go back to Ohio and buy my family Christmas presents with him. Wow. He was the nicest guy. When I moved to LA, he'd take me out to lunch and he'd make me order like 5 meals. And I'm like, is this for me or for you? And he was like, no, this is yours. If you order 5 meals now, you get to take the leftovers home with you.
Right.
And now you don't got to buy groceries this week. Wow. He was the nicest guy, man. Fat as man. Because I'm sleeping middle bunk on the bus, and he will walk by, open the curtain, fart in the bunk, and then go back to his room. Diabolical, man. But the greatest guy.
Yeah.
Want to join Club Shay Shay? Become an official member by hitting that subscribe button, where you never know who's going to be joining us for drinks and conversation. Don't be late to the party because you know we like to do something before 2 something.